When I spit bars in a rave, man, I go hard like Santan.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of Touchline Fracas. I'm joined with quite the diverse panel this evening. Couple brown tops, couple club-specific tops, and Peter. So, with that being said, let me go around the room and introduce everybody. Disu, how's it going, mate?
Yeah, not bad. You know, about to pop another 30-piece. Jordan's back, baby.
Yeah.
I see Pippin. I see Steve Kerr. I see who else? We got Rodman, Seb.
A couple Rodmans still. Meads, how's it going, mate?
Can't complain, bro. Not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Everybody's well. Ola, how you doing, man?
What's happening, man?
You're good. Most of you will know him by Old Banks. Get your wares, your crepes, your jeans, your tops, your Gucci slippers, if you're that way inclined.
Your sighting, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Been with us for what? Ola, you've been with us from the start, no?
Yeah, I'm moving like Ozil, innit? I'm a bit of a ghost.
Yeah, this is his second pod appearance, so good to have you. Peter, how's it going, man?
Happy to be here.
Good.
All good, man. All good. Good to be here.
Good. You're ready, yeah? It's going to be a high press. Yeah, it's going to be a high press.
I know, you really came for me at the start. Don't worry, I see you. It's okay.
Before the pod, I was like, if it gets messy, I'll separate it. But obviously, that was to get him to put his guard down. You know how it goes, man. This is
you're good.
Major league sports here. And Seb, how you doing, mate?
What's good, man? You know, the champ is here. Certain man keep saying that they're Jordan and that, but they're wearing their sister's trousers. So let's keep it 100. Who's Rodman, innit? There's certain fashionistas that are wearing high Balenciaga trousers, and then guy in Vegas sniffing it up for a couple of days in Vegas, and then me and Morayo are having to come and find you. We're having to come and find you. Like, hey, come back. Okay, we got a pod. We got a pod to do, cuz. We got a pod to do. So,
hey, Jordan's drinking water ready for next game. You're drinking La Sola. I'm not trying to hear that, man.
Bro, Jordan was always drinking. Jordan was always drinking, bro.
I haven't seen them dingy eyeballs. Come on, man. Cool. Before we get into the pod, I just wanted to let all of the listeners know that we are signed up to Discord. Discord is our online chat community. We're all on there, so it's a place where we can all come together, discuss football, There's also some other sub chats that you may or may not want to enter. Don't come into any chats that I'm in, please. But otherwise, please join up, sign up. We'll have it posted along with the pod tomorrow morning. So let's get it. So lads, it's been a busy week. Some guys are smiling, some guys aren't. Obviously,
smiling, bro?
We'll get to that. Obviously, I keep my ear to the ground. I listen to all the club pods. Obviously, early week, you've got the Liverpool, Man United pod. Man are happy. Then later in the week, you've got like the Arsenal and the Chelsea pod. So let's approach the elephant in the room. Peter, Ife, Timo Werner. Let's speak on it.
Who's that?
Okay, Peter. I'll let you go. I'll let you go first, Peter, since your first time coming on the pod. Tell us how you're feeling.
All right, so we'll start on Thursday. Yeah, it got announced, didn't it? The Werner thing, innit? It got announced on Thursday. So it got announced that obviously Chelsea were close to signing him, or very, very close to signing him. So obviously, when man saw that, I was thinking, damn, I was hurting it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like man was hurt. Of course, I was hurt. Like in terms of Werner, like the terms of the type of player is like, I don't think we're gonna get someone so suited to like the way we play. Like again, like in terms of how Leipzig play, Nagelsmann plays like a similar sort of system to Klopp. Like he obviously plays in the Bundesliga. He's acclimed to like pressing. He can play in all the positions up top, like wide left, right, centre. So like just in terms of that, I thought he would be a good fit for us. But like now I'm thinking about it. It's only one player, innit? It's only one player. Like man can't get too hurt. It's only one player, innit? But it is what. But in terms of like,
I don't even like her like that.
He's a J bag, innit? He's a J bag. He's just like,
you're leaving.
No, but in terms of big man thing though, like so I was born in 1998, innit? And in terms of like my life, Liverpool, we've been mediocre for so long. Like I've had about 2 seasons where we've been title challengers, the 08-09 season, and then the Sterling Suarez whatever season 14-15. All the rest, we've been mediocre. So we ain't been making money like that. Like, we are broke boys FC. Confirmed. Like, man, there's no arguing about it. But in terms of, like, you man, Chelsea, Man United, you man have been dominating the Premier League for years. You got Abramovich, one of the richest men in the world, like, as your owners. You're always going to be rich in it. Cool. And Man United, you've been dominating for ages. You're rich as well in it. So, but, like, yeah, we're broke boys. But at the same time, Klopp, I wouldn't want anyone else in charge of a broke boy. Klopp, at Mainz, he's been low budget. Dortmund, low budget. So, Liverpool, yeah, we haven't got the biggest budget in the world, but like, man, trust Klopp and Edders, what they're doing. They've got us there so far. So.
Hold on, big man. You're digressing, Rubai. You're digressing, Rubai.
I gotta say something too, man. Like,
let's reel it back, though. Because you're digressing a little bit.
How much was Cater? I'm hearing
spin the block. Let's spin the block.
Yeah, but that was after we saw Coutinho and that.
No. Let's spin the block. You got Naby Keita, 60M. Yeah.
Plus VAT.
Virgil.
Again, you're saying this is post Coutinho.
Your keeper, how much? About 60 mil again. He was a what?
VAT.
Yeah, 60 mil. Oxlade, 40 mil. Bro, you can't say broke boys. Basically, what you have done, and we said it on the podcast before, Liverpool gambled. 2 years ago, they gambled. So they front-loaded their transfer budget for the next 2 years, basically. So they put, okay, you know what? We need a solid and stable defender who is a leader. Boom. Fuck it. However much it costs, we'll get him. Van Dijk, 75 million. Take that. We need a certified, reliable goalkeeper who is potentially one of the best in the world. All right, Alisson, have that, 65 mil. Yeah. Then you got Keita. You not even wanted to pay an extra 10 million to get him early. He's not all that. So thank God you didn't do it. But it's just one of them ones. Liverpool front loaded their transfers and banked on either winning the Prem, winning the Champions League in the next 2 years, which they've done. So it's not a bad thing. However, there are so many things that when it comes to title challenges and retaining your titles and long-term sustained success, the best teams tend to always add quality because there's always going to be teams playing catch-up. And the last thing you want to do is rest on your laurels and then get pammed. Happened to Chelsea plenty of times. United have been probably the best at sustaining a team and sustaining the success of a team because they keep refreshing year on year. So they don't let anyone try and get near them. They'll keep stepping on necks. And when they relax a little bit and say a Chelsea, for example, had that 2 year stint, United came back again and said, nah, we're going to mash the thing up. So that's what the clubs need to keep doing. And that's what City done. But now, Liverpool, I'm not going to say that they're resting on their laurels because they've got a great squad. Well, not a great squad. They've got a great team because of Klopp and how Klopp plays and the identity of your club. But who knows? It could get very problematic.
Oh, gosh. Means your lack of honesty there is sickening.
What? Where's the dishonesty?
Remember Zoom, not at the end where you're like, you know, their squad, I'm not going to say, like, remember we're on Zoom so we can see each other's faces.
But okay. Let me not be dishonest. There's a lot of their players that I don't think are good enough. Good enough. And the squad is, well, the team and the way Klopp sets up, carries a lot of them, in my opinion. But he gets the best out of them. That's not to say that they're like dead players, because most pro ballers are not dead. But for the level and to sustain consistency and winning title after title after title, I think you're going to need a deeper squad and thus deeper pockets. So man like Henderson, Widge, because Wijnaldum's a good player, but he ain't a worldie. You've got Widge, Firmino.
Peter's ready.
That you. Because everyone, look, you see the gas, yeah? The thing is with Liverpool fans, yeah? Because I've been scouring the timeline still. Like, I can't lie. I did my due diligence. So I looked, and I was looking at the tweets. Oh, if we get Werner, he's the missing piece. That's it. Goals are going to be peak. I was seeing it. They were watching Leipzig. Looking at Werner. Oh, Klopp likes Werner. Werner likes Klopp. They've been having discussions, blah, blah, blah. Can't wait till he touches.
Bro, what's all this foreplay, bro? Get to it, bro.
Saying this, I'm not the same, bro. I'm taking a long route. Sometimes you want to take the scenic route. Sometimes you want to hop on the bus. I'm taking the scenic route and walking, fam. So relax. So anyway, Werner, Liverpool, it was a done deal pretty much. All they had to do is stump up the fees, but you know, FFG said, you know what? We ain't got the peas, big man. Now, Klopp Yellow Teeth is going to be pissed. It's tight. You lot are stressed. Because you still got Firmino, and how many goals has Firmino has he scored this season in the league?
How many goals has he scored at home? That's a good question. How many has he scored at home?
Let's see.
Hold on. While you're checking those stats, Peter, what do you have to say in rebuttal to?
So I was just gonna say, like, I think we honestly would have signed them pre-COVID, but we've messed up, like with the furlough thing. So again, we told how many of our staff, okay, we're gonna put you on furlough, and then say obviously we didn't, but okay, now we're gonna sign Timo Werner, and the people that have been furloughed are gonna be like, what? Where did you get money to sign Werner when you tell me you're gonna go on furlough? So I understand. So we can't I understand why we didn't sign him, because it's really like.
So you're not saying you don't want to sign him because of the optics?
So you're saying it's a PR angle, yeah? Because
no, I'm saying that in terms of we don't have the money, and if we did have the money, it wouldn't be right for us to sign him because we couldn't put guys on furlough.
Basically, let's make clarity. Let's clarify what you man did. Yeah, you guys tried to extort the government. Simple. Let's not not mince our words. You lot tried to get money out of the government because you thought, okay, this is an opportunity to save money. That's all. It's not about you lot having no P's. We're
not rich like that, though. I don't think we're not really not rich like that, though.
You may not be rich.
We're going to get to that when we win the Premier League. When we have the night level, we're going to get.
No, you got money. Let's not do that.
I think you have.
You got money, but you just tried to take it. You tried to get extra piece from the government.
I think the COVID really hit us. I can't lie. I think the COVID really hit us.
But we're digressing a little bit. I want to talk about Firmino's only scored 8 Premier League goals. 8.
That's embarrassing, you know.
Hold on.
That's who they call a top striker, you know. Like,
hold on, not to digress. You say you don't have any money. A couple of things I want to touch on there. I agree with the front loading that you may have mentioned, Meads, but in terms of hitting their targets, they won the Champions League last season, and they're going to win the Prem last season. But so wasn't the point of the gamble that we're going to spend money in anticipation of winning these big tournaments and to an extent recoup? So if they've won these tournaments, why do they then, as a result, not have money? Because
that's what I'm saying. We can't use that as an excuse because they've done their targets. They front loaded. They got the players that they wanted. They've achieved the titles.
COVID-19.
Now they should have money.
But I'm saying, we didn't anticipate COVID-19 coming, and we've obviously lost a lot of money from that.
Okay. So you're saying if everything was normal, you would have signed Werner, you reckon?
Yeah.
Don't think they would have, man. Don't make me pressure you into Peter. Don't make me pressure you into lying. Hold on. Peter, don't make me pressure you into an answer there.
What's this guy? No. Send me go. This guy's over.
Are you sure? Are you sure we want to go? Because I'm not any better. But yeah, I was gonna say, Liverpool are just happy to be here, bruv. Like Leicester, they've got the same history, bruv. In the last 10 years, they've got the same history as Leicester. You win one league title, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna win one league title and dip off into the sunset. They're like, oh, we've done our job, and then they're gonna be battling for the next, 3 or 4 years. Because you've got to take it. You got to take it. As Meads was saying, fam, if you're on it, like, and you've looked at the history of the Prem, you reinvest regardless you reinvest in it. So even if you per se you don't have money, you can take out loan against assets in it. Simple as that. And then you reinvest and you say, cool, we're going to win another title, and we'll be able to pay the money back when the Prem kick starts. There's many Prem companies that are currently doing the same thing, that are taking out loans or whatever. Do you know what I'm trying to say? To go and hit transfer targets, even like lower clubs and stuff like that, they're doing the same thing. So really and truly, my thing is that Liverpool are right now in a comfortable place. If they win the title, them Americans just like, yeah, we're just happy to be here, and then that's it, man. They're just gonna dip off into the sunset like Leicester, and we're never gonna see another Liverpool title in our years.
You know what it is as well. You know what it is in terms of what Sebi was saying about the loan, though. In terms of that, what it is that this is the best time to get a loan because the interest rate is so good. So
businessman. Oh yeah. So that's
it's facts though.
So that's what you've been doing when you haven't been on the pod, taking out loans.
No,
yeah?
it is facts though. Like that's what Tottenham did. I can't remember what the interest rate was, but the loan was so like it's
170,
not
175 big ones. Yeah.
Bank of England. What's the interest rate?
I don't even remember, but it's low.
At one time it was 0.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
So
they just want people to spend, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it's probably not 0 for that type of loan, but it's gonna be very, very low.
Yeah.
And then obviously you're gonna just offset that and pay it back when the TV money kicks back in next year or whatever, or even in 2 years or whatever. They're just giving money. Do you know what I mean? So Liverpool could have done it. So for me, I just feel like they're definitely comfortable, and yeah, some of it's joke, but I just feel like they haven't won a title in so long for such a big club. They're just gonna. It's like, you know, when you just take a deep sigh, it's gonna take a deep sigh, and they're just gonna relax, and that's just gonna be them. And
also,
then
remember they still got.
And the thing is as well is let's say, you know how you said that you feel like Liverpool could have got Werner. I think if you went to a bidding war with Chelsea, you're gonna lose it.
No, but
it's not a bidding war situation.
It's not a bidding war situation. But let's say he said COVID didn't happen, and it was a bidding war situation at Chelsea.
No, he's got release clause regardless.
It was never going to be a bidding war.
It's only a release clause situation.
So let's assume you're talking about wages.
Okay, let's say we were talking about wages, and in terms of attraction, I think Werner will pick Chelsea.
Yeah, he wants to go over Liverpool. Yeah, you're right.
I don't think he would have picked Chelsea.
I think
he would have picked Liverpool all ends up. I think
he's been slutting for us for ages.
Because exactly, he was slutting for Liverpool. He was slutting for Liverpool, slutting for Klopp.
That's a perfect fit. That's a perfect fit. Werner Salah Mane. That's scary.
That's a solid fit.
That's scary. Works. You're talking about probably around 80 goals, all comps, just off them three.
Minimum.
But it's cool though. Let's talk about some more transfer rumours. Ryan Fraser, Arsenal. Talk to us. What's happening with that, man?
Larry, I don't want to hear it, bro.
You don't want to hear it. We're talking transfer rumours.
You know what? Anytime I see Ryan Fraser linked to my club, bro, I just feel sick, man.
Quick question though. Is it like it's a legitimate link, right? It's a legitimate.
It's one of them links that's been happening for a while, but
it's a legitimate link, isn't it?
It does seem like it, yeah.
Okay, that's
it does seem like. But on my side of things, innit?
But look how happy he is. Look how this is sickening.
Quickly,
I don't want to see Ryan Fraser in the Arsenal shirt.
That's cool, though. Quick question, though, because apparently, like, I don't know, like, there's a couple of broke boy clubs in the top 6 and that. We hear that, you know, Arsenal are probably the peak has started a lot.
It's very peak.
Me and Disu have done our investigative work, of course, and keep our ears to the streets. And apparently, for some reason, Arsenal fans are talking about
Partey.
I don't really quite remember.
No. I think I know what it was.
I'm trying to remember. It's something about GoFundMe. It's just. I'm just kind of a GoFundMe. Like, apparently, you lot are trying to do GoFundMe for transfers and that. I recall the tweet. The tweet was like, guys, how comfortable would you not feel about doing a GoFundMe?
Hey, listen.
Hold on.
We might have to do that, you know. We might have to.
That's our test. Arsenal fans.
Oh, listen.
Arsenal fans, you've given us 10 million. Next time on the Cash App, 20 million. You barely had that.
I can't lie. we might have to get Nines to fund that first as well, you know. Like, Nines might have to back the whole thing. Like, Arsenal, the celeb Arsenal fans, so just fund it first, right? Because boy, it's looking tight. You know, we're gonna have to sell Uber. We need to get like even 5 mil for Laka because he's whack. So I don't know how much we're gonna get.
Funds on the Cash App to go buy Ryan Fraser. It can never ever be me, bro.
Fraser
was suffering, man.
Fraser would come in on a free, isn't it?
Yeah, so.
But Fraser would come in on a free. Who else have you been linked with?
Tottenham won him at the same time, so I think he'll probably go there.
You know? Why are you dragging Tottenham into this?
Hey, Fraser's got to go somewhere, man.
Fraser's that girl in the club. Everyone's like, "Oh, yo,"
like that, innit? Like, oh, I don't know, you know. But
Fraser's that girl in the club at 12 a.m. Everyone's like, allow it, man. Man ain't really trying to come out empty-handed still.
What's this link about Partey? Because they don't seem to be there's a part, I've seen that link a lot, but it's like, at the end of the day, the way I look at it is that Man United surely want Partey in it, for example. And then you got what?
Well, what do you mean surely want Partey?
Don't speak on
Man United surely want. What do you mean surely want Partey?
Let me finish.
Hold on, man.
No, let me finish.
We don't want no jello fries and egg you, man. Relax yourself, man.
You're letting bro talk about your
No,
it's not like that. It's not like that. But What I'm saying is, yeah,
Boulder Chronicles. Allow it.
Nah, Partey surely, like, he's got a lot of attraction in it, especially after the season, innit? People know about him, innit? Like, they know what he's about. So, obviously, like, I hate to say it, but if he's got all of that interest, really and truly, is Arsenal going to be top of his list?
Who knows?
I'll be very...
We can't say. I mean,
no, we can't say it, but it's like...
come out about, like, family members saying he's an Arsenal fan, and if you can afford it, that he'd love to come. Because, I mean, he slots right into that midfield. He slots right into that midfield, surely.
Oh, mate, he changes that midfield completely. He does. He makes that midfield actually a good midfield, because that midfield, he fixes a lot of problems at it. But what it is what you just touched on. If we can afford him, I don't think we can. Because I'm also seeing... to see it. Yeah, I'm also seeing links to this Orkan. He plays for Final.
Okay.
And that's another apparently the budget for the price for him is about 20 mil. So where are we going to get the money for
what is your budget? What is your budget?
That's the thing. No one knows the budget. Like, no one knows.
20 mil? I ain't heard that.
You need to remember. You need to remember last summer.
That's Daniel James' piece, cuz
20 mil.
That's a little charity thing. Can hold that. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, don't get me wrong. The youth does look.
We can loan that to you if you want. We can loan that to you.
Give us a loan, man. I don't mind, man. We need certain out there, man.
Thank you, man.
Nah, the youth does look talented, innit? But it's like, at the same time, innit, what we gonna gain from spending all that money on him when we can obviously do our best to get Partey, who actually makes an instant impact. But at the same time, the problem we have right now is last summer we spent 80 mil. Well, obviously we're paying it in, like, you know, monthly fees, innit?
Amortization.
Pepe, innit? Yeah, like Pepe, innit? We spent a lot of money on him, innit? And
sorry to stop you. Oh yeah, but what I'm thinking, what happens this year? What happens this year because of COVID? Is there like a suspension or what's happening with that? I would like to know. Do they suspend that?
I'm praying they'll suspend it.
3 months rent. Do you know how the government done the 3 months rent? You know, cancel thing. Are they doing that for you, man? Or like, let me know what's happening.
Fam, I'm kind of praying Lil do that first, you know, because boy, Pepe needs to repay that fee ASAP, you know. He ain't done nothing to pay that.
Wait. But hold on. A lot of money. Oh, I don't really know. I want to know the fee. How much was it again?
Oh, fam, allow it, man, please. I'm even a bit upset, you know, like my throat is burning a bit. But
does anyone know the fee?
Boy, no, Pepe. I still like Pepe in it, but it's like we spent a lot last summer and we gambled on getting top 4, but that's not even looking likely.
That's
my point. So like, because we obviously gambled last summer, I don't see how much money Arsenal are gonna have to spend this summer.
Plus COVID-19,
yeah. Plus that,
it looks pretty bleak for you. You're gonna have to be clever in the transfer window. Cool. Disu said, I mean, Manchester United were linked with a different player every couple of days, but the latest one is Donny van der Beek from Ajax. What are your feelings about that potential signing? What do you think the idea is behind that?
Well, I feel like it's one of them ones where, man, I'm bored, innit? We just got so much pee, we don't know what to do. And then I'm like, fuck it, man. Hey, I think obviously...
What are you saying?
Edward's gang, innit? Edward's our boy there. Edward's like, yo, fam, like, obviously he's a furlough thing out here, you know, COVID's hit us hard, we need some pee. And Wood was like, do you know what? Tell me, like, what? How much? 48 million euros? I have that. That's what it is. No, I don't know. I know. He seems like a good midfield player. He could play in a variety of the midfield positions, but I'm not too sure what the thinking is behind that because he seems to be more of a advanced type midfielder.
You're right.
We got Bruno, and if Pogba's gonna stay, he's definitely gonna stay this season. Stand because I can't see all three of them playing at the same time. But like Elijah from Mugger, he was saying there's more of a Lingard upgrade or replacement. Wow. I don't know, but as long as like out of the players you've linked with, you've been linked with Grealish, you've been linked. Madison links have died. Havertz has popped up. Out of those players, Van der Beek is definitely at the bottom of my list personally.
Okay.
I rate him, and I think he's actually quite a good player. Very, very creative. But I feel like if he's linked with us, and again, we are linked with literally everybody every single summer. So, you know, my hopes ain't high or anything like that. But if he's linked with us, I feel like it would be more of a rotation option, which actually shows that United are trying to move in a positive direction. Because one thing, me as well, and United fans, as soon as we're linked with a player, we're thinking, oh shit, how does it work in our first 11? Because we've been so rubbish for so long, we're just thinking, wow, we're not even looking at the squad. We're trying to get our first team patterned. But if a link like that is coming, obviously, as Bruno and Pogba are currently here, he fits on the bench. Do you know what I mean? Which is a great option to have to come off the bench. Whereas, because we don't have that.
Question for Van der Beek, he's what, 23?
Yeah.
Would it make sense for him to go from Ajax, Champions League, they came fourth or what was it, semi-finalists last year. Got dumped out this season, but they're consistently in the Champions League, playing every week, Dutch international. Do you think his next move would it be wise for him to make his next move to a United bench? And United,
yeah, but that's if Pogba's going next season, which I highly expect him to go next season. So it's like, you have a year of settling in, so you can come in, settle in for a year. Do you know what I mean? Come off the bench, start a few games or whatever. Pogba's gone next year, and there's.
I don't know, man.
But also,
so I feel like that's.
Who told you can't bench Bruno?
That's it.
Oh yeah,
You do not think Bruno is?
Yeah.
All due respect to Bruno. Yeah.
No respect to him. That pussy after what he wrote. After what he wrote, bruv. No respect to him, pussy.
Hey,
get on the bench still. Van der Beek, come in still. Get on the bench. Get on the bench. Bruno has to get on the bench for that still.
Do you know what? You see with United though, I see this Van der Beek, but don't it go against like what you're trying to do this summer in terms of like signing like Jude, for example? If you sign both of them, how does it work? It's
either one or the other. There's no Jude or and Van der Beek.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's one or the other. No, I don't see it happening because as well. Like I was gonna say is the thing is, if I was going for Ajax player right now, I'll be going for someone who's going to be a superstar, and that's that Ryan Gravenberch. That's the one, really and truly, that anyone should go for in that squad right now.
I mean, they've got quite a bit.
No.
They've got quite a bit of talent.
Man said Grammar Watch. Who's that? Nobody knows about Grammar.
All right. Hey, remember me? I'm an FM scout. I do my thing, man. But
listen, for the past 3 years, the players that have been highly touted at Ajax has been De Jong, De Ligt, Van der Beek has been one, Ziyech and Neres. I don't know about this you that you just mentioned. A big one. Exactly. So he's gonna have to wait a bit. Do you know what I mean?
I hear you.
He's gonna have to build up his thing still.
You're not gonna look to be signing him. He's literally 18. Literally this season. Like this season, just
give him a couple seasons to marinate, man. Then we'll come through. Right, nice. So it seems like.
But remember, we mentioned him first, innit? Just note it down.
You're not gonna get
it out there.
Put it out there.
You're not gonna get any points for that. That's just flinging out of names. You're one of them guys.
Allow me, man. Allow me, bro.
Volume scouts. Just throw out as many names as you can. Come on, man.
Well, until I get one right. Yeah.
The one sticks, man. Who's the one that used to tell us about the American Somali for Arsenal? What's his name?
Oh, what's his name again?
Gideon Zelalem.
Oh my God, Zelalem. They used to talk about this guy, like he was the next bloody people. I don't know, bro. Bro was just like, Zelalem. It's just because, it's just because like my man was black, innit? Let's keep it real. It's black and left-footed. Man was like, we're just gonna back the man on this one. Do you know what I mean? But no, to be fair, he was wavy, but I think he got injured, didn't it?
Yeah, bad injury as well.
Cool. I don't think he necessarily had the minerals, but it looks like it's going to be a busy. Whenever the transfer window is, it's going to be a busy one. And most of our teams will be looking to strengthen in some way, shape, or form. But let's move on to talk about the return of the Prem. Peter, they tried to null and void you. They tried to null and void your thing. They tried to postpone your glory. So obviously that didn't work, did it? That didn't work.
I'm going to say, null and void FC, nice try. No, it was a nice try and a good effort. Like, man, you got me a little bit worried about. Nice try. Like, we're back. You're still going to have to see it. You're still going to have to see Jordan, Brian, Henderson lift that trophy, fam. I know it's going to make you sick. It's going to make you sick watching that. You're gonna make you sick, but you're still gonna have to watch it, man. I'm sorry.
Cool. So
Sorry, man. We're back.
The Prem's it's imminent. We're starting. Is it Thursday? Is it Wednesday the 17th? We're starting. I think it's Villa against Sheffield United, and then we've got City against Arsenal. There's a couple of changes to the rules have come out, so I just wanted to discuss them with you guys, and also discuss what is going to be a pretty chocker fixture list. It looks like we're going to have games on basically six days out of 7 in a week, which I can't wait. So the first one is in regards to substitutes. So the first thing they're doing is increasing our amount of substitutes from 7 to 9. Naturally, the thought being with that, players having been off for so long to come back, and what they're coming back to would be unfair to expect them to be in peak condition. The second thing that they're doing is increasing the amount of substitutions from 3 to 5, with 4 occasions in a game where you can make your substitution 3 times during the match, and then of course half time as well. What are your thoughts on those changes? Are you for them, against them? Disu, what are your thoughts on the changes coming in?
Don't really care, to be fair. I don't really have. I'm very indifferent on them. I can't lie. I'm just happy to have football back. I can't lie to you. I'm very indifferent on the changes. I don't think it probably maybe benefits people with bigger squads a bit more, but I don't know. I'm not really too fussed about it.
So you're not pro or con?
I need to see how it materializes.
Okay, all right, Peter. What are your thoughts? Obviously,
I was going to ask you this: are you happy to see would you be happy to see some of the youngsters getting more game time for that with the substitutions?
Because our youngsters are trash.
Yeah. Yeah, no. When we wrap up the league, it will be nice to see your Curtis Jones and
who's that, man?
Get this guy out of our life.
The lad that knocked out Everton out of the FA. You man saw that? That was a big
He's a small boy, man. Anyone can have that sort of game, man.
Hey, all your youths are trash. Who's that one that's meant to be sick? Ryan Brewster, bro. That is a two-packer ass. A two-packer ass.
Nah, that's harsh. That's Ellis's boy.
Ellis is the only one who's got stocks in him still.
But yeah, no, it's going to be nice to see some of the youngsters get more game time, I think, when we wrap up the league.
Do you think they will? Obviously, you're
wrap up the league.
No. Do you think they will get more game time? Because obviously, you're out of the Champions League. Don't forget that. So
I think so. Obviously, you're gonna have your likes of Salah and Mane. You're gonna want to get the top goal scorer in the goal scorer in that. But there's no reason why they shouldn't. I think they will.
A bit more Minamino, perhaps.
Yeah. That'd be a good one.
Peter didn't say that. Wow. Okay.
You ain't sure about me,
Hey, listen.
I'm sure.
Quickly,
you see what I'm trying to do. I'm asking you a question, bro. I said a bit more Minamino. Silence. Wow.
Morayo, yeah.
Make sure he knows. So, evidently, it seems like you're not a particularly big fan of Minamino there, Peter.
Nah, he's all right. I think he looks all right, innit? He looks rubbish still. But when he was at Salzburg, he looked decent and he looked like an iffy player. He looked like he was versatile and he looked like he was fit into our system. But I think the Premier League is a bit too physical for him. It's looking a bit. So I think it needs more time to develop. But right now,
Red Bull is really killing your people, boy. Naby Keita now Minamino. What's going on, bro? Everything, all the business you're doing with them ain't quite popping. They owe you some stock.
Mane came from there. Don't worry.
True. So at least 1 in 3.
Yeah, but it wasn't really from there, innit? You had to go to Southampton to get him, so don't really count.
All right, Pepe. All right. All right.
The next thing I wanted to talk about was the fixture list, and obviously, with the players playing basically regularly, because obviously they want to condense as many games as possible. What squads do you not see suffering the most? Because obviously the Premier League itself is kind of written off. Liverpool going to win that, but we've still got the top 4 battle and we've still got the relegation battle. What teams do you see doing well with loads of games coming through thick and fast, and obviously the additional substitutions? And what team do you think that won't be to the benefit of? What team do you think that'll be to the detriment of?
I think the smaller teams struggle, i.e. Leicester and Sheffield, who are in prime positions, which is a bit deep because their depth isn't as vast as the bigger teams. So they're just going to be playing their first 11, bang, 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 and then obviously there's a likelihood for injuries there. And also when it comes to those teams as well, they only have in regards to they don't really do much rotation, and their first team, the gap between the people on the bench and their first team is quite huge. So if Vardy gets injured, because he's always doing those long sprints, who steps in for Vardy? Do you know what I mean? You saw earlier on the season when Ndidi got injured, that's when they were getting pammed. So again, like, there isn't players in those teams to come in and keep up the same level. Similar though, Man United, it's a bit similar with us. However, because our key players, i.e. Pogba and Rashford, have taken so long out, I feel like they're going to be more refreshed, or it could work two ways. They can either be more refreshed or they can be more jaded. I'm not too sure what's going to happen. And then obviously I'm not too sure yet, but again, we've done well with like only two of the players on the field at all times. So I thought that will be okay. But yeah, probably just us three regards to the bigger teams.
Cool. I want to ask you lot. So obviously we've got the top four race, and Peter, feel free to chime in or not. But I mean, we're so far away from you lot that you can barely see us.
I'll let you guys talk about that. I go on mute. It's all right. You meant to talk about that.
So looking at the top four race, how do we see it panning out? Obviously, means you guys are in a prime position. Mm-hmm. How confident are you that you'll be able to keep that position and see out the season in the top four?
It'll be difficult for us, to be fair, considering our fixture list. But who knows? That's the thing. When you come back from such a long break, it's difficult to really gauge how well we'll do. So who knows, man? Honestly, who knows? We've got obviously quite a few of our players back from injury, which would be good. I don't know if we're gonna get Kante back because he's fit, but obviously he's quite concerned about COVID. So we don't know if he's playing still. So, but yeah, generally, I don't know. It can go either way. Generally, we've had the luck of Frank throughout the whole season. So, and we've not slipped outside the top four all season. So yeah, we've been very, very jammy. So it remains to be seen. Honestly, it's hard to really predict.
Are you confident? Are you not confident? Let's try and get. Let's put your flag down somewhere.
Well,
a lot of transfer talk. Let's put our money where our mouths are. Yeah?
In terms of confidence, it's hard to say simply because I don't really care. If you get what I'm trying to say.
You don't care about finishing the top four.
No, I'm not invested because I've already said from the beginning of the season I don't really care where we finish as long as I'm seeing progress and like strides. So I don't really have like a hope or anything. But if
are you seeing that progress? Are you seeing that progress?
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
It would be a shame if you're in the top four and drop out. Like that would be a bit.
Also, be a shame, but at the same time, I'm not going to be like, oh no, this is the end of the world type shit. It's never because it wasn't really like, oh, Chelsea must finish top four for me this season. So
what progress would you be seeing if your team had been top four for the whole season and then you've come back to play the final 8 games and then you drop out of the top four? That would be indicative of some sort of regression, no?
Not at all, because progress isn't necessarily. It's not linear. 2, it's not like.
Are you not allowing me to cap at this?
No, it's not true. It's because it's not dependent on results. Progress, and I've said it from before, results don't mean much to me. As long as I'm seeing progress in regards to youth integration, squad utilization, and actual plan for the future about Chelsea becoming competitive, what am I going to be complaining about? That's what I'm saying. I said it from the day dot, and I say it to now. It's not changed. It's not changed. So if we finish top 4, great. If we don't, doesn't matter. As long as I'm seeing...
Wait, what if that top 4 impacts Werner?
It won't.
They're going to sign him in the next week or two. So
I mean, he's signed, bro. So there's no impact in that regard.
Hey, the word of Edna's going to be so HD, bro. Oh my god.
It may impact signings like the Sanchos and the Havertz and stuff.
I haven't heard them linked beyond the Chelsea Hour pod, but yeah, it was cooked.
That's fair enough, bro. That's fair enough.
This you and Seb. We've been trying to get into that top 4 for a minute. So Seb, you pointed at Leicester as a team who are potentially thin on the ground, but we are as well, with 2 of our 4 best players having come back from long-term injuries. Are you feeling bullish about us potentially getting to top 4? Our first game is Spurs away. Jose is going to have the bit between his teeth.
After we smashed them up last time as well. And they've got Harry Kane back. For me, anyway, yeah. Other than the Spurs match, I feel like that could end up in a draw with a Jose masterclass. Some type of six whatever, 6 people at the back and that.
6-4-0, yeah.
Yeah, some next thing like that. Yeah. So other than that, I feel like United should win every game, and if they don't, they should be disappointed, because with the players we have on the field, like we've got a better team, mate. We've got a better team. Let's just keep it real. Like I'm sticking my neck out there because I'm a passion merchant. We should win every single game, other than the Spurs game, bruv. Like, because it just doesn't make any sense.
Because that's the bottom line, right? And because Stone Cold said so.
Well, Stone Cold said so, really, because everybody's been like, wait until Bruno and Pogba play together. Bruno and Pogba. Okay, now they're here. I don't care if they ain't played together all season. I don't care if had a late injury. I don't care if Rashford just come back from injury, whatever. Everybody is going to be higgy for the first 2 or 3 games. Simple as that. Nobody's going to be match fit. So because of the quality we have, if everybody else is unfit and we have quality, we should bust through. Simple. Just makes sense, innit? But again, like United are United, but I'm sticking my neck out. We should get in the top 4 and we shouldn't be losing any other game but Spurs. Like if we do lose against Spurs. But I don't know.
Okay, calm. I just want to touch on a topic. Obviously, we're living in interesting times, and we've seen from America the Black Lives Matter protest is kind of it's gone viral essentially. So it's all over Twitter, it's all over Instagram. People are
tell Churchill to come outside.
People are protesting on both sides. Nikita Paris. Many of you will know her from England's female national team fame. I'm just going to read out a couple of tweets that she sent out yesterday. I'm a proud Black woman. I understand I have a social responsibility to create change through my platform. I have a responsibility to be a supporting pillar within my community, the family I was born into, and the family I wish to create. I remain committed in the fight for equality to ensure the struggles of those who came before me wasn't in vain, and provide more opportunities for those who will come after me to succeed in whatever they endeavour.
Scary, absolutely scary.
Let's give some context. Let's give some context to the people who may not necessarily know why it's scary, Meads.
Just first things first, yeah. If that's her mentality, yeah, given her behaviour, to like what happened with the Enioluco situation, given her behaviour, she's an absolute disgrace. And I'm praying to God that was written by her PR agency and not her, because you can't have such completely contrasting views to your behaviour. What she did with Enioluco, so basically Enioluco suffered racist abuse by her then England coach, Mark Sampson, I think.
Yeah.
And so Enioluco was no longer in the England squads. And then Nikita scores a goal and runs over to celebrate with Mark Sampson as a sign of a show of unity in the club. It's almost like a spit in the face to Enioluco. And now she's tweeting nonsense like that. I'm sorry. She's an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. I have no time for that nonsense. No time whatsoever. What she's doing is the same thing as a lot of people are doing. Same as a football company, the FA. Just too many people are doing this thing where, this is the right thing to do because everyone else is doing it, so I'm going to do it. That's what it seems like to me. Because if you were really about that life, you wouldn't have been doing what you did. You definitely wouldn't have done what you did. You definitely wouldn't have stood back and allow or not do anything when it comes to any being abused. You wouldn't have stayed silent, and you sure as hell wouldn't have supported the racist manager. Disgrace. Not having it. Not having it. She's a bum.
Can I say something? So, I think obviously she's got like that past, and like she shouldn't have done what she done. Like, 100%. I'm with you, Meads. Like, but I just feel like with people, especially people that have history of like racism, like saying like maybe not acting right. Like, I prefer if they said something that's like specific to them, because it just looks like she copied and pasted a message from her PR. Like, if she came out and said, like, same with Suarez as well. Like, if Suarez posted that message the other day, like, bro, like, you're not fooling anyone. Come on, man. But yeah, like, just say something like in the past I might have did this or whatever. Like, I made a mistake, but now like I've not. Like, I've realized my actions, and I realized that Black lives do matter. And like, do you know what I mean? Like, just say something like, don't just copy and paste the PR message. Like, say something that's like personal to you. Like, what's your experience of racism? And like, tell us, like, what's that?
Personally speaking, though, I feel like that's better when they do the copy and paste, because
you think so?
Tells you, no, I'll tell you why it's better, because it tells you exactly where they're coming from. It's not coming from the heart. It's not genuine.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not coming from the heart. It's not genuine. She's just done it because it's the right thing to do. So we know exactly where she stands. Because I'm of a position that, what she did may have been bad at that point, but she could have gone through some growth. Yeah, she could have gone through some growth, which showing us that she'd actually realised the error of her ways. But from what she's posted out, and I don't think she's even engaged with the comments people have made, questioning why she thinks she can just make those comments based on past behaviour. It tells us that she's just doing what a lot of people are doing and just trying to look like they're part of the movement.
And what's crazy, and what's even stranger to me is that even corporations that have definitely been inherently blatantly racist. So the NFL, in regards to their apology,
the bloody FA as well. Let's not forget the FA when what was it that when that report came out that that on purpose it wasn't picking
the point I'm making.
Players.
The point I'm making is that even the NFL acknowledged their wrongs in their apology. That's not to say it's genuine, but at the very least they acknowledged it. Nikita didn't do shit. It was just a generic bullshit speech or statement written by her PR company, and they still got it wrong. It's a disgrace, in my opinion. Absolute disgrace, and she rightfully got panned to absolute dust.
Cool. So the FA have spoken. What do we think would be realistic things that we'd potentially like to see them doing to show that it was more than just a PR stunt and they did have some genuine interest in actually being part of this movement?
I have no faith. Because
it can start with grassroots.
Everything they've been doing until now has just been lip service. Yep. You know, when you look at all the organizations they've put into place, when it come to it, they weren't backing it. Like I remember, you know, when Rio first put out his book and he spoke about the situation that happened with his brother, and he looked at Kick It Out, you know, as that solidarity. I butchered that word. Anyway, he looked at Kick It Out to stand in his corner, and then what happened is they didn't want to pick a side. Like, it was bare weird, and that was a system that, you know, the FA were behind to kind of support black players. Up until then, I don't really see. I don't know, man. Big them up, but I don't really see what they do that's impactful other than, you know, some community dinners and some like lip service and that. Do you know what I mean? There isn't no real change. Yeah, and the thing is, the reason why there isn't no real change, because in the UK, people want to sweep it, you know, under the rug. Like as soon as a footballer speaks about it, i.e. or ex-footballer, i.e. Gary Lineker, brave of him, spoke about it, he's put out whatever he's put out and stuff like that, the tweets underneath are stick to football. What do you mean stick to football? These people that are saying stick to football get involved in everything else, but when it comes to race, they don't want to get involved. And that's what I say, anyway, shout out Touchline, because platforms like this is necessary. We hold people accountable, and that's why some people may not want to fuck with us, but we hold people accountable, and we will continue to hold pagans accountable when they fuck up, and we're not gonna stand for no lip service or whatever.
Yeah, that's facts. That's
on period.
Yeah, like seeing like Manchester United and Arsenal, all these accounts tweet, I was like, fuck off. Like even the Liverpool thing pissed me off, and then I had like a couple of discussions with Liverpool fans and like, oh, it's because you don't like us. I'm like, well, yeah, fuck your club, but this is beyond that. I said the same thing when I saw Barca tweet shit. F all these empty gestures is a bunch of isms and schisms. It doesn't mean anything. Manchester United Football Club, I don't want to hear nothing from you, because you literally watch your best player get abused day in, day out in the media, and you never have not once, come out and got in front of it. Not your legends don't come out and get in front of it. It's only Evra that actually backs Pogba. You see what I'm saying? And that's because of a personal relationship, and he's also another black man. You didn't do shit. You didn't do shit. When where's the actual strength, like in the statements, condemn police brutality, talking about what happens in football, how you're gonna stop it? It's a bunch of lip service. So I don't want to hear it. And I agree with Serb as well. Us as a platform, we've been on this from day one, since 2014. That's 6 years ago, and it's not a thing where like it's important to us. So seeing all these people come out now is just hilarious, because we don't believe you. And yeah, like some other platforms may not want to or engage with us because of that. And guess what? That's fine, because we ain't gonna stop, fam. We're not gonna stop. We saw what people did to Raheem Sterling in this country. We see what they've done to Paul Pogba, Emmanuel Adebayor, Daniel Sturridge, these type of players, Sean Wright Phillips back in the day, Ashley Cole, all these type of players, Jermaine Defoe, and now they want to pretend that, oh yeah, race. No, No, it's disgusting. It's even like it will happen again in a week or two. Like literally, once Corona's done, football's back on, stuff like that will happen. Racially charged languages, like they don't come out and say man are the N-word or stuff. They'll say stuff, attitude problem, laziness, bad apple, based on 0.0% worth of evidence. You see what I'm saying? So I would like the FA to actually say what they're condemning and acknowledge their accountability. Because remember, Eni Luco said the FA, for her to get her settlement from the FA, she had to come out and say the FA aren't institutionally racist. That is an indictment that the FA are aware of the institutional racism. So unless they're going to come out and start talking real, man, I don't want to hear nothing from any of these man still. I can't lie.
And then on top of that, just going on that, the charged language and whatever, you speak to you hear all the interviews with all the Man United players. Pogba's a nice guy. Pogba's a leader. How can, is that not madness? How can my own teammates be telling the media, I'm a nice guy, I'm a leader, I do all the good things, but you that hasn't even spoken to me once are telling me that I've got an attitude problem. I don't want to be here. I don't want to. I'm a bad influence. How can you say that when my teammates are telling you not? Like, is that not some type of disorder or something?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I'm speaking about Graham Souness here. He's always been given a platform to continue to do that. Like being given a platform to continue to not being checked. I remember the time one time where Jamie Redknapp checked him one time, and man was offended. Man was offended that he got checked about Pogba. Jamie Redknapp was like, "He's not even here, bro. Man United are not even playing. Does that even make any sense? Corona there, people are dying. My man's with Teddy Sheringham, 2 Brexit youths. What players don't you like? Leading him into the alley where he's gonna say Pogba, and it's just nasty, man. It's nasty behavior, man. It's nasty behavior. So unless rule change happening, I ain't fucking with it. I ain't fucking with the FA. Yeah, simple.
And the worst thing is for me, everyone's club made similar statements. No one actually had a unique statement in regards to the issue at hand. No one had a statement in regards to issues that the clubs have actually gone through themselves.
Yeah.
For me, it's bullshit. If you're not accepting accountability for what has happened and what you're seeing and your part that you play in the institutionalized racism, then you don't need to talk. We don't need to hear your words. The reality is we don't actually need to hear your words. It's very nice, cool, do your PR stuff. It'll work on some people, but for me, I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it at all. Sorry.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it any better myself, lads. And with that, let's close up with some listeners' questions. We've got quite a few this evening, so we'll go through them as quickly as we can. Start with Oms92. He wants to rank the big 6 clubs' attacks for next season so far. So include Werner and Ziyech. And of course, you can guess who he supports. Chelsea, obviously. So with that being said, Manchester United fans, throw in Sancho. Arsenal fans, throw in Fraser. Liverpool fans, throw in a decent navigator, Minamino. And what's the other you? Curtis Jones. Throw them all in the mixer. And with that being said, let's kind of come together and rank next season's top 6's attacks as currently constructed. So let's go from top to bottom. Who do we think has the best attack? It's still City still, yeah? Who do we have? Yes, City means. Who would we have second?
Us, Liverpool.
Actually, yeah,
Liverpool.
So is
but Sane's going though. If Sane goes, what you man saying?
They still got Morris, B.
True, yeah.
Morris is better than Sane.
Hold on, who have we got top? Liverpool or City?
City.
Right, yeah, I'm going City. Their depth is bigger than ours. 100.
Okay, and then second is Liverpool. Yeah. Okay. Who would we have third?
Spurs. Just halfway Spurs.
Yeah.
Spurs got the best gunman in the league.
Yeah.
And Son is one of the better secondary scorers in the league. So I'll give it to Spurs.
That's 3 seconds.
Yeah.
With Spurs, who would we have fourth?
Chelsea.
Also United. Chelsea just got hella bums, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This current Chelsea squad, if we're talking about current and that,
we're including
our signings, bro. It's for next
season. You signed Ziyech.
signed one person, dog.
Well, you signed Ziyech. You haven't signed Werner.
Yeah.
All right then.
So Ziyech.
We're not including Werner then, even though you know he's back at cinema.
He hasn't been signed.
Don't worry,
it will be United then. It will be United then.
Yeah, I think United still.
I recall the question said including Werner.
Yeah, but that's a fake question because not signed.
It's cool. Don't worry.
It's lovely.
Even including Werner.
Yeah, United 4.
That's where I'm talking like he's part. Werner. I'm talking like Lewandowski. Like, I like it.
Oh, we got United 4th, and then who would be 5th and 6th?
Chelsea.
Wait. It means is it a given that Werner's gonna come in and just slot in, boom, bang?
Whoa, hold on. Is this a
is
question?
It like, no, but I'm saying in your system, is it a given though?
That's a question.
Is it a given though? I'm asking, is it 100% given? You're confident he's gonna slap, yeah?
Hang on. Was that not your question that you're asking me? Was that not that you had, brethren?
Bro, my system, I know what we play. I'm saying in Lampard's system. Where's up front left? Where's gonna play?
Like you said in your little monologue about him, don't talk about my players, by the way. Like you said about your little monologue about him, he could play up front.
The street telling me he's gonna play wide and Tammy's gonna be up front. Him on
play wide. Yeah, I think that works.
That is like Butters front three.
Yeah, that's not that nice.
Hey, that front three is like get your drip from Burton.
We'll see.
Like,
That's a two pack of ass.
We'll see.
2 pack of ass. No cap.
We'll see. I think he's interchangeable. He can play up top by himself, or we'll play wide.
I think if he plays up top, and then maybe you put in one of them other like the meaty youths, so Pulisic or COVID-19, then the attack guns up a little piece in it. But him out wide is a bit nasty. I could see him get a prime by prime fullback steal.
So Chelsea,
dribbling.
I ain't gonna say much else. Okay, you guys cook.
So Chelsea, Arsenal. So Chelsea with Werner and Ziyech. Does that move them up from their ranking of 5th or 6th?
Of course it does.
Well, I'm asking the space, not just you, sir. So
guys,
I
think they overtake United just because.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think they would have 3 competent.
If Werner's anything near Bundesliga Werner, they're definitely overtaking United. Fact, because they've got a certified gunman in it.
Who was saying I don't think so? Who was saying that? Was that
no?
But
Me, I was saying that.
Peter's cooking.
You guys see, yeah?
No, but United text like as a Liverpool fan. You man, Rashford. Look how many goals Rashford got this season. Martial's good. Like you man, it's decent. Like it's decent.
Hey, listen. Hey, plus we get 20 Greenwoods. 2021 Greenwood.
2021
Chelsea
Greenwood.
what? Like apart from Tep, like the threat is not. It's a bit.
He's killing me.
Wait, who's better? Werner or Greenwood?
I was just about to say that. Hey, Disu, Bluetooth. Hey,
you know what? Before Thursday, I would have been like, "Whoa!" But after Thursday, Disu, I'm with you still. I'm with you. Yeah, he's better. Greenwood. Yeah.
I respect it.
Wait, quickly. Are we still counting Arsenal's top 6?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, I thought they were going to place my Leicester on that.
No. The traditional top 6.
All right, cool.
Yeah, but that tradition hasn't been banging for like 10 years. So when does it stop?
No, but I mean, Arsenal, they haven't finished any lower than 6th, have they? They've been coming 5th, 6th.
Yeah, I know, but it's just the traditional top 6 doesn't exist anymore, really.
All right, sorry, sir. The next question comes from Faye. Do you think Tammy could be done out here now Werner is signed?
No, that's
I'm just going to get bare Chelsea questions.
Potentially, simply because...
So who's going to be done out here? Chovid's done.
Yeah, so whatever. Anyway, potentially he could be done. But I think...
You heard it here first.
There's plenty of space for him and Tammy to work together. And Lamps has already alluded to what's it called? To Tammy, I guess, pulling his weight-ish. But you can't rely on just Tammy for goals. That's the worst thing that Chelsea have ever done. And Chelsea have always, to be honest, we've been overly reliant on one goal scorer, which is so bummy. I don't understand why teams do it. Like you could clearly see the nucleus is always to have at least 2 goal scorers in your attack. So yeah, hopefully Werner helps out with that. And yeah, man, I don't think he'll be done out, but we'll see. He's not signed a new deal either, so potentially it could be. Who knows?
I got a question from TK. Which player who has had time to come back from injury will have the most impact?
Oh man, you already know who, bruv. No
Pogba,
preseason
probably.
needed.
Pogba.
We know what Pogba's on. You don't even need a preseason. It just comes out, starts showing up.
But at the
You say
same
no,
time,
what do you say? No introduction needed. I'm a genius. And
I
I'm
would've
even
said
schooling
Pogba.
seniors.
no, the thing is, yeah, I would have said
Next year's
Pogba.
Porsche's Beamers.
But the thing is, Pogba, of course, undeniably talented more than anyone else in terms of coming back from injury. But how motivated is he? Because he might not be there next season. So how hard is he?
Listen, he ain't going nowhere this summer. Come on, man.
No, not this summer. Oh, you don't think this summer?
No. They ain't got the peas. No one's got the peas, brother.
Fair enough.
But
Yeah,
this
to
man
be honest, to buy a player like Pogba, you're looking at least 100 plus. So
that man had to sell the club. Put your club in furlough to finance that one there. Got a question from.
I think Son's a good shout. I think Son coming back from injury. I think he's a good shout for Tottenham. I think Tottenham, they need him still.
Hey, he did a cheeky bit of military service and now he's back. He's ready to go, man. Got a question from Shamake. Will the absence of fans for the foreseeable future herald an end to the 3 p.m. Saturday blackout?
Wait, say that question again, sorry?
Will the absence of fans for the foreseeable future herald an end to the 3 p.m. Saturday blackout? So
It's a difficult one, though. It's a difficult one because I actually asked that question when, you know, that was spoken about. But then you have to realize is the reason why they initiated their blackout is to get people to support their clubs, right? So go there and actually watch the games. So if
people
I don't know,
watching the games,
yeah. So if people are not going to the stadium and paying their 60 or 50 and 40 pound, that definitely affects the club because nobody's paying 60 pound a stream every single week. So that affects the clubs financially. And then on top of that, in regards to if less and less people turn up, then the atmosphere is obviously affected. So it's a difficult one there where I can see the pros and cons. But I doubt the 3 p.m. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Yeah, so like on Saturday the 20th, we've got Brighton versus Arsenal at 3 p.m. and that's going to be shown on BT Sport. And then the following Saturday, there's only one game and it's at 12:30. So it looks like for this period, our traditional 3 p.m. kickoffs on Saturday might be on the rope still. So I guess that's something that we'll have to keep an eye on. Got a question from Tenny Tipster. If Man City get banned from Europe after their appeal this week, what will the fallout be? We're eating, baby. We're eating. I want to see the whole. I want to see everybody starting. What's that 16-year-old dude that they've been talking about for the Hannibal.
Hey, bring him in truth. Bring him truth.
Listen, basically, I just want it to be a stat pad season for Greenwood, cuz like just a Greenwood on corners, pens, and throw-ons, bro. Like
real talk.
No, but basically, Man United and Chelsea, Bloods and Crips, truce. We'd have to go through hard 4th and 5th pattern. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey, Arsenal,
tie the flags together. Hold them up.
Arsenal, you man stay safe, yeah? Stay safe out there. Yeah. Europa League is very treacherous, yeah? I play games in May and that. Qualifying rounds in May.
How elite that would be. Oh my.
Yeah, we'll see in it.
I need that ban.
They had 50 lawyers and the United colours of Benetton, my guys. I've seen it all ethnicities.
Everyone, bro. Man was wearing like a United Nations meeting. They were just they rolled up heavy, bro.
Every statute possible. Every precedent.
One man per paragraph, bro. They are coming from fam. If they don't bust case, that's how you know their team was super fugazi, bro.
Yeah. They're trying to put certain man in it with them. Like, all right, cool. You're scratching our deals, yeah. All right. What about these deals, my guy? Well, cool. Got a question from D2K. I'd like to hear a discussion on how the lack of fans will affect Premiership results, if at all. Will it be easier for big clubs to avoid slip-ups away to mid and lower table teams? If so, how might that affect the final standings?
Yeah, we kind of touched on that last week.
Like them clubs that have like a home field like advantage, so that that going down Burnley, you know, or going down West Ham, not West Ham because like up to the stadium, but Everton. You don't really want to buck Everton when it's dark and that, and it's like 5 o'clock. Like you don't really want to buck Everton. You don't really want to buck Sheffield United when they're like at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday. So them type of stadiums there, Burnley, Crystal Palace as well. You know, Crystal Palace love to pull up a young upset. They won't score a goal for 12 games. Yeah, your team will go down there. You hold a 2-piece, bro. All of a sudden, Benteke turns into Didier Drogba. But now, against behind closed doors, you can't get Barry and them to give you the extra 12 man. B, you got to lace up them boots and play. So we're eating good, man. So I don't think I think he's gonna have an adverse effect on the lower level teams, especially those that rely so much on their home form. Because if you look at the bottom of the table, you see how much a bigger percentage of their points comes from home compared to away.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we're coming through, and we got a couple of them bums away, so we're coming through to collect our 3 points. You get me?
Yeah, I agree. I just think quality shows. That's what I agree with him. Quality will show. That's what it is.
You say,
so like a man example, but
Bayern are just stomping. Bayern are just stomping on teams. Just stomping on teams.
Bayern got away to like rival clubs giving them a 4-piece.
That one big ball over the top, my guy.
Bam.
I'm playable.
A German Bundesliga, aka one ball, you're cutting through, my guy.
Rooney should have played there, man, from 29 to 32. He would have 20 assists, 20 goals. 20 assists.
I think it also shows players like determination and drive as well. I feel like now you ain't got your fans to back you. Now you ain't got the people screaming your name. Like who's really out there? Like who's really
on it?
Yeah,
like
really 91st minute, are you really running back to track whatever your left mid that's run past you? Like now we're gonna see the players that are really determined their drive, and we'll see the best in it. This is where the best.
For real. Got a question from Lou Bob. You could have just come on the pod, but will the 5 subs will see more or less goals in the last 10 minutes of games?
That's one of Lewis's betting questions, mate.
Yeah,
it's interesting, because I never knew the rule regarding the 5 subs. Well, so they said 2 can have to be made at half time, right?
No, they don't have to be, but basically, so teams don't just make loads of subs in the last 10 minutes because to slow the game down.
Of course,
I'll make one at the 82nd, then 85th. Yeah. Normally, you've got one of those left in the last 10 minutes, but now you'd have 2. They've said there's 3 substitution periods within the match, and then obviously you can also make substitutions at half time if you want to. And if you're on a Jose 04-05 tip, 3 man come off within the first half an hour. Come off, man.
Yeah. Come off.
Yeah, go. You're not playing well.
I feel like it just depends, innit? Because say for a team like City, because they've got the depth, so they've got the depth for hitters to come on, and the quality level is going to stay the same. However, like a team like Man United that haven't got that depth on the bench, probably not going to be no effect for us. Maybe Chelsea, probably no effect for them for now. Arsenal, definitely not. So it just depends on the team. I think City are probably going to be the only team that can benefit from that. Maybe Liverpool a bit because of the system, because of the quality to come off the bench.
I agree. But at the same time, to be honest, I agree.
Because you think these lower teams, you always see these stats where they've kept the same team for 8 weeks in a row, 9 weeks in a row. They always keep the same. Especially Burnley, they'll play the same 4-4-2. Maybe switch Goodmanson for Lennon, and that's about it. That's literally about it. Do you know what I mean? It's the same lineups. I think
tried and tested. Got a question from Owen Sorrell. Can Spurs shithouse a Champions League spot? Not forgetting Man City's potential suspension. Let me just check who he supports. Yeah, he supports Spurs. So, yeah.
I think Spurs are 4 behind us. And I think, let me check the goal.
But there's bare teams. Do you know what I mean?
Then it's Wolves, then it's Arsenal.
Sheffield United are above you, aren't they? On.
Yeah.
Sheffield are above Wolves, I think, as well.
No, they're 7th.
Are they? Okay, yeah.
And also with Spurs, Spurs goal difference is +7. United is +14. Chelsea's is +12. So Spurs will have to have a significant swing in goal difference as well, because that's essentially
that's a point. Yeah, that's a point.
Like that. So remember, forget about it, kid.
Yeah, just make it a Europa thing for real.
And let me check Spurs. Has Spurs still got tough fixtures?
Well, they got us coming through, so you better be careful, ain't you? But
if they don't win that, they're done.
if they lose that, what are the ramifications? If they win that, sorry, what are the are they back in the race for the top four?
Yeah,
if they win it?
they'll be a point behind United. They still got West Ham to play. That's a derby. They've got away to Sheffield United. They've got Arsenal at home.
Okay, they've got tough games, man.
They've got City. They've got Leicester City. Sorry, at home. They've got away to Newcastle. That might be a tricky one, Steve. And they've got Palace away the last day.
Yeah, they've got a tough run of games still. It's not looking too bright for Jose and the boys, man. Final question here from not your mate. That's probably for you all. What do you think Arsenal's starting 11 should be against City, and how many goals will they ship to make the match respectable?
Boy, you know, that's a sticky one still. Obviously, Lennon in goal. Tierney left back if he's fit.
You're getting rid of Saka, yeah, after the effort?
I'll start Saka in front of him.
Okay.
I'll just use Saka on the left wing.
Sorry, I cut in. Keep doing your thing. Apologies.
Centre back Louise and they're all trash. So Mustafi don't even have a choice, Rav.
Wow.
It's sad, but
a shiver ran through me there. But go on.
Right back, he's trash as well. Bellerin, because Maitland-Niles don't want to play right back, which is sad. It's a shame.
Yeah, what's going on with Maitland-Niles? Where is he at? What's going on?
He's refused to play right back, and he wants to play centre mid. And
he's refused. So
yeah, outright refused.
If he gets started at right back, he's going to throw the game?
Apparently, like he just don't want to play there, so they're not playing him there, innit? Like, and I don't know what space he's got in our midfield, innit? Because obviously we're trying to find more players to improve it, so. It's a bit of a techie one for him, but good luck to him, innit?
Why are you saying players improving midfield? You got Guendouzi, like top talent in France, and
do you know what it is?
Torreira, elite midfielder.
Xhaka as well, Ozil. Don't forget Ozil. Ceballos.
Boy.
Ceballos, bro. Those are some stellar names, man.
They're good names, but they just don't work well together, innit? You need a functioning midfield at the end of the day.
So what midfield would you play against City?
In midfield, I'll go for... I think we need a bite in it, so I'll go Torreira. I'll put Xhaka's gonna start, so there's no point in me even removing it. He's gonna start in it. He's Arteta's boy, bro. So
yeah.
So it'll be Xhaka and Torreira in midfield. Obviously, I'll go Saka on the left. I think that has a bit like stability on the left, innit? Because our left side, innit?
Two left backs. I respect that. Wow, two left backs.
No. Saka,
you're scared of that Murray. You're scared of that Murray.
No, it's not even that.
Both of them.
Saka sees himself as a left winger, innit? So I think you might.
I know where he started, my guy.
They you see themselves as different things.
At the end of the day, the way I look at it, innit, like.
Man, Martin Luther King are having dreams out there in Arsenal, bro.
At the end of the day, it stinks, bro.
It stinks, innit? Levels though. It does stink, innit? So at the end of the day, I'd rather see Saka there, innit? Because I know what I'm gonna get, innit? Like
a left back playing left mid.
No, I'm gonna get a left. I'm gonna get a kid, innit? No, I'm gonna get a kid that's gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna get a kid that's gonna.
I can't hear him.
I'm gonna get a kid that's gonna work hard.
Okay, cool.
Are you not confident that Arteta may know Pep's tactics? They used to work together.
Hanging like codes together and shit.
Yeah, so you used to play his comp. So you're not confident there.
That should be interesting. That should be interesting.
Wait, you start Pepe or?
Yeah. You didn't finish your team, yeah.
So obviously Saka left wing. Boy, even number 10 though, like Ozil's been a bit bummy for a while. So do you know what? I'll even go 4-3-3. Like I wouldn't.
Who would be that third midfielder? Who would be that third midfielder in there with?
Do you know what? I would say Ceballos, but he's not really got the intensity in it. So
wow,
what has he got?
So wait, hold on. You keep ruling players out. Can we rule some players in, please, sir?
You know what? I'll go for Guendouzi in it. He's got a bit of energy in it, but he's a bit of an idiot, but he's got energy in it. So
energy
in it.
Like Guendouzi Cam or how's it
No, it's like a 4-3-3 in it.
Okay.
4-3-3 and
energy, the key component of a professional footballer. Keep going.
I'll start Pepe on the right, and then up front I'll go Uber. I'll just go for that.
What score do you predict it being? Because when they came to the Emirates, that was bloody.
Yeah, that was hopefully not as peak in it, but I'd say about 3-0 City in it. Because you know what?
What?
No.
But you predicted that team to get 3-0 City. What's going on?
No.
Why did you predict that team then?
But bro, at the end of the day, I've got to be realistic in it. I don't really see us getting a result. It might be cagey for at least like the first half in it, because this is the first time these teams are playing for a while. But as the game goes in it, I can just see City's quality start showing in it. Because obviously the problem with Arsenal is Arteta stabilised us, but at the same time the quality is just not there.
Yeah.
So
it'll take him a few seasons.
Arteta put you man on ICU.
So yeah, Arteta's done his part in it, but at the same time now it's about giving him the players in it. So
why not Martinelli though? If Martinelli, where's Martinelli? You understand him?
Martinelli.
Yeah.
Fam, he's not. I don't see him as a winger, bro. Like he's not gonna start as over Uber up front. You get me? So
you keep putting Aubameyang Uber?
He can make his impact in it. He can make his impact.
Or Aubameyang Uber.
Who's Uber, blood?
Uber. Come on, man. Respect the heritage.
Respect the heritage, bruv.
So, I think Arteta has come in and he's definitely, like you say, he's made you more solid. Would you say as a unit defensively you're more solid, or is it just like you haven't?
Yeah, that's what it is. Now we're more solid defensively as a unit, innit? But what it is now because of that we're kind of struggling at the same time to score more than if Uber don't score in it. I don't really see who else is going to score at the moment. That's the problem you have in it, because Pepe, you don't know what you're going to get. So
pack of ass.
You do know what you're going to get.
Do you know what? You see with Pepe in it, sometimes it just has these moments in it, but at the same time, innit, like for the whole night, you just don't get that full what 80 million players supposed to be worth in it. You don't get that for 8 minutes. You probably see it like for like 2 minutes, and the next minute the guy's just strolling around like he's some
cool. So, what are your thoughts for Arsenal for the rest of the season? What are you expecting?
I mean, if we can get to Europa, that would be right. You know, like just because that'll help our budget in it. That'll just give us a bit of extra dough in it. You know, that extra cheeky 10 mil or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you probably can't turn it down, but I think, I mean, I guess I'm thinking of ourselves and Chelsea. That competition is more of an irritant more than anything else.
Yeah, it is, but
for a team that needs as much money as you can, and to be honest with you, you are able to kind of play your fringe players up until the quarterfinals?
Yeah, we'll suffer more not being in Europa than being in it. If you get what I'm saying.
Fair enough. Yeah, you got to scrimp for every penny, man. Cool. So obviously, I wish you the best of luck, because you're going to be one of the curtain raisers of the new Premier League season. Peter, congratulations! I crown you in advance. Meads, hopefully Werner comes through, because I'll be honest with you, if he doesn't,
there'll
be hell to pay.
Mate.
I'll be honest with you.
Let's come, brother.
Oh God!
Hey, I'm gonna deal with you. Hey, you see that picture, that fucking meme of LeBron when he's licking his lips?
Yeah.
that and I think when they played Miami and he went off on them and he's just like crouched over like this.
Yeah, that one. That one.
Is that the one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
listen, I want Werner to roll. Oh,
yeah.
This guy. Oh.
When I spit bars in a rave, man, I go hard like Santan.